First of all, how'd you carve out time to talk to us?
Well, usually this time I'm watching film with Kat, so we moved film to after practice. So,
What's it mean to you to be first team, knowing what the schedule has been, knowing your road here?
yeah, I mean it's really cool, especially it being my last year. You know, it means a lot to me that someone sees that in me and they voted for that. And I think it's just kind of a testament to this year too. Like this whole team's been through a bunch of challenges, ups and downs, and even last year. So I think it's just kind of cool. It says a lot about this season for us, and I'm really blessed to have gotten it.
So for people who don't know, like, what does a day look like for you? Can you break us down from like the start to the end?
Yeah, so I usually get up at 6, and then I start teaching at 7:15, and then I'll go from about 7:15 to 2:35. Then drive over here, watch film, or do a small workout with Kat from like 3 to 3:15, and then film and lift and practice. So by the time I get home, it's usually about 7. So, and then go to bed like 10, 11, and then do it all again.
What's the key to making that work?
I've just been doing it for so long, and I mean, I've told people before, like, I like being busy, like, I do better when I'm busy and have a schedule, so I think that's just part of my personality, too, is, like, very type A, very rigid, so I think I just kind of gone with it, and I've been doing it. This is my 4th semester doing it, so I'm kind of, like, just used to it by now, so, yeah.
I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I don't know if you can share publicly, but are you looking for more basketball in your future?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know yet. It's really kind of up in the air. I would love to do something overseas possibly if I could, if my body kind of holds up, whatnot. But, going overseas this summer just kind of expedited that a little bit. I was like, oh, this would be really fun. But I also love teaching. So, I mean, if I could get something, that would benefit me early on in a career in that, then I would definitely do that. So, I mean, I'm open to a lot of things. I'm not really set on one thing or whatnot, but yeah.
Getting in a tournament setting, whether it's NCAA tournament, whether the Big Ten tournament, especially as seniors, knowing the situation, what's that mindset have to be for you guys, especially knowing the situation and it's one and done from here on out, basically?
I mean, I think we thrive in these situations, and I feel like this team has a lot of experience in those situations, from Shauna's first year here to we got in the NCAA, and then last year, winning the WBIT. So I feel like a lot of us, and even like some of our sophomores and juniors, like they have experience in that, which I think can be really helpful because it's not like we don't have a learning curve in these tournaments, and you can't have a learning curve because, I mean, once you lose, again, like you said, you're done. So I think it'll be, we look at it as it'll be beneficial for some of those freshmen. So like Barry, Haven, even Cece and Erica, some of them coming in as, freshmen and pre-freshmen. I mean, they've been here since January. So that'll be good for them. But for us, I mean, we've got to really lock in. Like, we can't have, lapses like we've had the last couple games, and we've got to really lock into scout. And I think we do good with, short prep times anyway. So I think it'll be good for us, and we're really excited.
Any laps in particular against Michigan kind of frustrate you more than others?
I think we just got so frazzled. They started kind of amping up the pressure a little bit. They hadn't really been doing it. We were kind of surprised they hadn't done it earlier. But I think, it was close. It was senior day. There was a lot of things going on, which aren't excuses at all. So we've got to be better at that. And as senior leaders, we've got to calm ourselves down, get everyone else kind of calm down sooner. But I think it was just kind of the pressure. And I also think our offense kind of got quiet. We took some bad shots towards the end, and we just took some uncharacteristic shots, uncharacteristic turnovers. So we've just got to be better. I mean, it's as simple as that.
What's important about turning the page and bouncing back from that?
I mean, it's turning time now. Everyone's 0-0, and that's how we got to look at it. We'll learn from it. We'll work on stuff in practice today over a lot of that stuff, and we'll look at who the possibility of us playing is next, and we'll just kind of go from there. But we don't sit and dwell on it for very long. I mean, even though it was senior day, there's more positives in that day than that loss. So that's how we look at it. But definitely take it as a learning opportunity and move forward.
What did it take for you guys to adopt the coach's mindset of nobody cares, get over it, figure out a way to get it done?
Yeah, I mean, I just think the way she does it and the way she embodies that, I mean, it's not, some people hear that and they're like, oh, that's really just kind of aggressive, but it's not. I mean, the way she's like, it's fine, you learn from it, you made a mistake, it's okay, look at it as a learning opportunity and move on. And I think, we've all kind of had our moments throughout her time here where it's we've, there's a defensive drill that we do, and she's like, everyone will have their day, and it's like a one-on-one drill, and everyone has had their day, and that's kind of an example of how, just getting us to move on from the next play to the next play. And I think, as seniors, we finally adopted that, and, some of us 4 or 5 years in the league, we know what has to happen. You can't sit and dwell on a mistake in games, and so I think just her, reiterating that as much as she does has been really helpful.
curious, and 4 starters are typically out there as seniors, and you have Barry, who's not, like, when you look at her in huddles, like, what do you think? Do you even think about her being a freshman anymore?
No.
It's just time to move on from that?
I forget she's a freshman half the time. Like, I really do. Her and, like, Jazz being a sophomore, like, I forget they are as young as they are. Like, they're so mature. And, you know, I think Barry has stepped into a huge role that I don't think a lot of people realize how big of a role she stepped into. You know, she's a 3-4 for us, playing more of the 3. But she gets thrown in there against some of those, you know, 4th and 5th year 3 and 4 players that are really good, and she, you know, she holds her own. And she's had freshman mistakes here and there, but I mean, you expect that. But I mean, I'm so proud of her for, you know, not shying away from the opportunity to play, not shying away from being able to start in Big Ten games as a freshman. So I'm really, really proud of her and just how she's like developed throughout the season and stuff.
Maybe not as many minutes for Haven, but I think to that UCLA first half, she's out there against Lauren Betts. Like, what'd that tell you about her?
I mean, we all know she can play. I mean, she, you know, challenges me every day in practice. She works so incredibly hard. She's a great listener. Like, she is a sponge. She absorbs everything. So, like, Letty and I are always trying to, like, tell her little things, like, here and there that could help her. But, I mean, I think she made the most of her minutes in that UCLA game, and it was a breath of fresh air for me, and I was so proud of her. And she, you know, she got that rebound put back at the end of the quarter. Like, that just shows like she's hungry to play. She's hungry to, you know, go out there and compete. And so we're really, really proud of her. And I think, you know, it gave the coaches a little bit of like a sigh too. Like, they have someone off the bench, like if I need a break or if I need to go to the 4, like we did in those couple games. So I think it was huge for her, and I'm really, really proud of what she showed.
Dell got the hometown experience the last 2 years in this thing. You get it this time. Like, is there a caravan that's coming?
Yeah, my mom's been asking me about like how many tickets I get and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, it's like bittersweet. You know, I played state championships there in high school. My first college Big Ten tournament was there, and then now like to end it there, it's pretty special. And I love Gamebridge. Like, I think it's a great place to play. I know my parents are excited about it just to kind of be close to home for it. But yeah, it's pretty cool.